National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us down south to Mercedes-Benz Stadium on the west side of downtown Atlanta. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. And Greg, this is one of those games that it's a little old school. Maybe if it was in black and white, it would be fitting, right? We got a couple of teams who love to hand it off and see their running backs do it on the ground.
It's just so cool, and you mentioned it, Mike. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, this would have been the norm on any given weekend, but we're seeing the game trend to more of a passing-style offense. If you want to score points, it mostly comes through the air. So for these two kind of throwback offenses that rely so heavily on their running backs, for anybody that loves old-school power football, I think we're in for a treat.
The kicker, Blake Grupe, set to start it. And off we go here in Atlanta. Avery Williams on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
Mike, I remember the first time I watched one of his college games, and I was blown away. I mean, the accuracy, that ball looks like it's jumping out of his hand. He is physically talented. He's mature. He's played a lot of football. He has overcome a lot of adversity, man. That is a formula for success in the NFL. He might have to wait a little bit to find his time, but the more opportunities he gets like here in this one, I think he has a bright future. One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
Throwing now, Penix on first down. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is first down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early first down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike, touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points.
His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back, because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception, and the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
To throw again, it's Penix. Now he'll run it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Here's 3rd and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That's caught. It's Hodge. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. And it sets up 4th down.
This is a really popular concept on 3rd down. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. They call it mesh routes or drag routes. They want to create some traffic in the middle of the field and pop the receiver out the backside of the defense. But give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. They rallied to the ball and keeps them short from picking up the 1st down. And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good positive result.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. And their quarterback is the all-time leading passer for the Raiders, Derek Carr, the veteran.
Ever since Derek Carr came into the league, Mike, he's been historically a very passionate and productive NFL quarterback. He has the arm that can make every throw, but sometimes it's that arm that gets him into trouble. So he's got to find a little balance, a happy medium between aggressiveness and recklessness, because when he's playing well, they have as good a shot to win games as anybody.
A pickup there of 28 yards.
And I think this is going to be a matchup they exploit the rest of the game. They go to it here early to test it. And I think with those results, it's something they should continue to come back to, because I'm not sure the defense has a matchup for that running back.
On 1st and 10, Carr. That was not what they were hoping for. He's going to go out of bounds behind the line. A loss on that one.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
It is 3rd and 10. Carr working out of the gun. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
The Falcons offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They were able to turn that opening drive into points. 3-0 our score as they start again with a 1st down. It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Another run here for Robinson. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up 3rd down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
Penix on 3rd down. Open man is Mooney. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. On the handoff, it's Robinson. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. He's dropped for the loss of a yard.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
That one is caught by Mooney. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down coming up. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. A gain there of 11. 1st down, Atlanta.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
He'll tuck it and take off. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Now Penix to throw on second down. That's caught. Ray McLeod. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Penix. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now here's Tyler Algier out of BYU. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. They've moved the ball well here, but now face 3rd and 2. Pitts is the man in motion. On 3rd down, it's Robinson. And he's into the end zone. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end. And they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Falcons are out to a 10-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Williams now to return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Saints offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Carr. And that'll be batted down and incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
In motion is Hill. Carr from the gun on 3rd down. To the left side, in the hands of Hill.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
A fair catch will be taken here with that flag down by the punter, and this might keep the drive alive. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
One of those plays where you like the idea, you just don't like the execution. I didn't feel the quarterback was overly comfortable in the pocket. Footwork, a little bit sloppy. All of a sudden now the pass is a little less accurate, and an opportunity for a big shot, you end up falling short.
2nd down, Carr. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Kamara.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
Here's the punter now. The punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. The Falcons offense ready for this next possession. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early, and they'll see if they can add to it beginning on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson, and they'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. Willie Gay with the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
And here's Bijan. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here is Penix. That's caught left side by Pitts. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. First and 10. Here's Penix. That's into the hands of Werner, the tight end. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Penix. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Penix. He's got his man. It's Mooney. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Throwing again, it's Penix. Taking off, and he will score. Michael Penix. Touchdown, Falcons. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Here's Coop for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons move further out in front. It is now 17-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Williams. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Saints offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. The reception for Rashid Shaheed. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the fourth quarter.
Here's Carr throwing from the pistol. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike. This is one of those times where you really see the evolution of the tight end position, right? It's not the days of just go past the first down, turn around, catch it, and fall. We see so many guys around the league that with the ball in their hand, they're almost more running back than they are tight end.
Here's 1st and 10. Carr now going up top. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Carr to throw. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Here's their punter now, as he is on to punt for New Orleans. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And he's going to get this up to the 22-yard line.
To say this group has started strong here in the first quarter, Mike, might be a bit of an understatement. I mean, offensively, firing on all cylinders. Defensively, suffocating the opponent. The ability to complement each other on both sides of the ball and play at such a high level, they could have a little bit more breathing room here by the end of this drive.
And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
You hear teams talk about it all the time, Mike. Let's win at the point of attack. And boy, this team here early in the first quarter, they've done just that.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Pitts is the man in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Penix. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
The job of the offensive lineman is the key piece to a successful screenplay. They have to balance this fine line between stopping the defensive lineman from getting to the quarterback too quick, but also let that defensive lineman think he's got a free rush at the quarterback. That's the balance and the timing that made this play so successful, and they're able to pick up the first down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On play action, Penix. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays, but I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
On 2nd down, it's a run with Robinson. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter in the books. 17-0, the early score. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. On 1st down, it's Penix. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. Second down and 3. Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
Throwing now, Penix on 1st down. He'll take off again.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me, picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll run it here with Robinson. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That one is caught by Mooney. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. To throw is And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Important one here. Want to keep this drive moving. Got to pick up 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down. Here's Penix. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
Out is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal. This one from 39 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons open it up a bit further. They now lead 20-0.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. Here's Carr. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Carr. He'll look middle here. It's caught by Hill. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Carr working out of the gun. He's got his man right side. It's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Carr. Brought in by Chris Olave. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Shaheed in motion. 2nd down, Carr. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's been a rough 1st half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
A give up the middle with Kamara. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. They'll go again here with Kamara. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
The best running backs, Mike, they have a really good balance between executing the play that's designed, but then every so often they just have to trust their instincts, and sometimes that's the best plays. That's where the big home run shots come from, and when you have a talented back, you want to give them that freedom.
On first down, Carr. This one complete to Hill. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. In motion is Hill. On second down, here's a run with Kamara. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Carr. He's got his man. It's Hill. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Now here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Kamara. And he got half of what he needed from the 6 to the 3. Big play coming up, 3rd and goal. Now Carr, and he's in. Rashid Shaheed, touchdown New Orleans. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Blake Groupie comes on for the extra point. He gets it to go. The Saints are able to edge a bit closer. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Ray McLeod on the return. Now an opening past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
Pitts is the man in motion. They'll throw on first down with Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and It brings up a manageable second down.
2nd and 7. A give, and here comes Robinson. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Penix. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
Watch the pursuit by this defensive end. The quarterback tries to escape the pocket, but he just keeps on chasing him, and he closes that ground in a hurry and brings him down for a big sack.
So on 4th down, the Falcons bring on Bradley Pinion to punt. Cedric Wilson back to receive. And a pretty good punt there. The fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. The Saints offense and Derek Carr set to take over once more. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
That'll be caught downfield. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
These wide outside the number throws, this is where a quarterback really gets to show off his arm strength and arm talent. This puts a ton of pressure on the defense because now they say, all right, we have to defend every single blade of grass.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To throw, it's Carr. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Carr. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Really nice job there defensively, playing the integrity of that zone defense so well. Anytime an offense is running these crossing routes or these underneath drag routes, they're trying to cause confusion with the underneath zone defenders. In this case, they all stuck to their reads, they all played their responsibilities, and they're not able to pick up any additional yards after the catch.
Open man, left side, he's got it. It's a pickup of 13 yards. 1st down, New Orleans.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples, man. When those two things are on point, it results in a 1st down.
He'll dodge one would-be tackler and wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Back is Carr. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion.
I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs.
Carr from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
Here's Blake Grupe for the Saints, a field goal try. This one from just under 50 yards. Grupe's kick is good, and the Saints will cut into that lead. He made the field goal a moment ago. Now Grupe back out to kick it away. Here's Williams on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Falcons offense and running back Bijan Robinson headed back onto the field. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. On first down, it's Penix. That's caught left side by Pitts. They'll come up here on second down and 5. From the gun, here is Penix. To the right, that's Pitts. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
Pitts is the man in motion. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back to Atlanta in a moment. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Penix. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Penix. He's going to take a shot here for Mooney. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots, even though they weren't able to connect.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Saints offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
There's that man again. Another catch. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. From the shotgun, it's Carr. Open man is Shaheed. That's complete.
So on these play calls, Mike, on 3rd and inches, typically how it goes is we're going to try to take a shot. Then there's a medium zone option. And then the last resort is just pick up the first down with something underneath and get that fresh set of downs. So in this case, he settles for the underneath throw, but it's still enough to pick up the first down.
His pass taken in by Shaheed. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Carr working out of the gun. That's over the middle and taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. Carr to throw. To the end zone. It's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as it'll come out to the 20.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception. But in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. He'll push ahead to the 21. It's Carl Granderson this time to make the tackle. So, we're at halftime here in Atlanta, and the Falcons are in the lead. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson, who was tough to stop in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
2nd down and 8. Here's Carr. That is caught downfield. It's Shaheed. And this will bring them all the way down to the 20-yard line.
It's not a coincidence, Mike, that the best offenses in the NFL are all excellent at yards after the catch. It's a combination of a few things: a highly accurate quarterback and the ability of the scheme to get open players in open space. Once you do that, the rest is up to them.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Carr. That one incomplete.
Goes without saying, Mike, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. And I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least come away with 3. Worst case scenario is you turn the ball over and you come away with nothing.
Second down, Carr. He's got it inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone. Jawan Johnson. Touchdown, Saints. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Groupie now, on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Saints are back within a field goal. The lead is 3. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Williams now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Paulson Adebo is there to make the play. They face 2nd down and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That's to Pitts, the tight end. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not, and when he throws it, catch it.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Robinson. He'll get about 2. Pete Werner there to make the tackle. Another run here for Robinson. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. On play action, Penix. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And that'll set up 4th down.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
Open man is Mooney. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that will be a bit of a letdown. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll go again with Robinson. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. Pitts is the man in motion. On third down, Penix. He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Out is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal. This will be from 47 yards. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Falcons will extend their third quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. 1st and 10. To throw is Carr. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That one good for 26 yards.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Carr now on 2nd down. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now, Carr. This throw right side is caught by Hill. What a letdown for the defense. They allow a conversion on 3rd and 16. On 1st and 10, Carr. Right back to Hill. He's got it again. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. To throw, it's Carr. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Carr. Open man is Valdez-Scantling. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help.
That is caught by the tight end. Taysom Hill. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Groupie able to add the extra point. The Saints have taken the lead by a point here in the 3rd. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. McLeod now to return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. Here's Robinson. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here is Penix. That one is caught by Mooney. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day. Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
On 2nd down, Penix. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
We spend so much time talking about quarterbacks and the special plays that they can make. And, of course, that's a big part of playing quarterback in the NFL. But also, can you avoid the bad plays? Do you know when the fight is over and live to play another down? Don't take that sack. Throw the ball away, get back out there on 3rd down, and give yourself a chance.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll throw. It's Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he's had it going in the 1st half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Carr. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And this one will not work. He goes out of bounds. They're going to drop 4 on that one.
What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways, and they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
The Saints lining up in punt formation, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Falcons offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, it's Penix. That's into the hands of Werner, the tight end. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Here's Penix. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. Throwing is Penix. He's got it at the 7. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's 1st and goal.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball, and while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space, because in this league, and
this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
when you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
First down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down, let's call it the 7-yard line. And here comes 3rd and goal. To throw is Penix. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Darnell Mooney. Touchdown, Atlanta.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand. Let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
So now, with the lead up to 5, they're going to go for 2 and try to extend it out to 7. Now Penix. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Mims. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. In motion is Hill. First down throw for Carr. That's over the middle and taken in by Valdez-Scantling. 13 yards to start that drive, and a quick first down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
There's that man again, another catch. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Carr working out of the gun. Shaheed with the catch. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
And that is incomplete. They couldn't hook up there. As time has expired, the 3rd quarter has come to an end. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Carr. A toss left side, caught by his running back. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the 4th quarter, Mike, facing a tough 3rd down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle, and he's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown.
On 1st down, Carr. Into the hands of Valdez-Scantling. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Valdez-Scantling on the move. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And that is not going to work out as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage.
When you come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
Carr from the gun on third down. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, Saints. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Significant moment here for the Saints as they will try the two-point conversion. Carr to throw. And he will get into the end zone. The conversion is good, and the lead is up to 3 here in the fourth quarter.
You just have to find a way defensively to step up there and get a stop. It's one thing to give up 6. You allow a touchdown, but now dig deep, man. Get a stop. Looked like there was some confusion, and offense is going to come away with 8.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Here's Williams on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense and their running back set to go once more. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts. Here's a 2nd and 6. On the zone read, this is Penix. And he's going to get the first down up past the 35-yard line.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Penix. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. He runs with it. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
On first down, it's Penix. He'll run again. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
Now the lefty Penix on first down. To the right, that's Pitts. They'll come up here on second down and 5. Back to throw. Here's Penix. He'll get this to Pitts once more. And he's out of bounds at the 5, and they're in business. It is first and goal.
I just love the feel this tight end has, Mike, for the defense when they play zone coverage. Certain guys, they want to run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and they end up going from uncovered space to covered space, but not the case here. He knew he was open. He knew he was in the right spot. He stayed open. The quarterback delivered a good ball. Down in the red zone, design quarterback runs are a handful for defenses to account for, but in this case, give them credit. Not a lot of room to maneuver here for the quarterback, and they keep it to a short gain.
From the 2 now, here's second and goal. They'll try to run with Robinson, and he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal. London brought in motion. They'll try and run, and here's Algier. And waiting, no signal. He did not get in, and that's going to bring up fourth and goal.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that gain to nothing.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. That evens the score here in the fourth quarter.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. Fourth quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
On the return, here's Mims. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Valdez-Scantling on the move. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of that, they get him down behind the line.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
Carr now on 2nd down. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. Here's Carr throwing from the pistol. He's got his man right side. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
You get in these situations, third down, tie game, fourth quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You are going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And if he continues to come up with these third down pickups and continues to extend this drive, he's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
On 1st and 10, Carr. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. Now a 2nd down throw from Carr. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And he'll be taken down.
You never know which play is going to be the one that sways the game in your favor, and that could be it right there. I mean, to set up 1st and goal with that last pass completion, now they can really take their time. There is an element of working some of this clock down. You know you at least have a field goal try, if not a touchdown. The last piece of the puzzle is just don't give the ball back to your opponent with too much time to go down and answer your score.
Now here's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Carr. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
It almost seemed like the defender was getting the play call sent into his helmet, just like the quarterback, because he knew the play before they even snapped the ball, and that play had no shot.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. To the goal line and in. Taysom Hill. Touchdown, New Orleans. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Groupie able to add the extra point. And the Saints will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense getting set to get back to work. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Slot man in motion left. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. And here's Bijan. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. From the gun, it's Penix. He's got his target. That's Pitts. A pickup there of 13. It's good for a Falcon first down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Penix. That's into the hands of Werner, the tight end. He'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front, and they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play, but those guys on defense, it felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
On 3rd down, Penix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
The Falcons send their punting unit out. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Carr working out of the gun. There's that man again. Another catch. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. In motion is Hill. They'll run. It's Kamara. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. They're going to go right back to Kamara. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Now the first carry of the game for Jamal Williams. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. So, a couple of first downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. On the handoff, it's Kamara. Still keeping the legs moving, somehow managing to turn that into a gain. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again here with Kamara. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Kamara. Looking for room out on the edge. Not going to find any. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down.
At this stage of the game, it's all about maximizing your possessions. But in order to get the ball back, your defense needs stops. Great job there on 3rd and short, forcing the 4th down. In all likelihood, they're going to get the ball back here late in the 4th quarter.
The Saints will punt this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
He's got his man. It's Mooney. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 20.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. Penix gonna throw again. That's caught left side by Pitts. And he's out of bounds, very close to the 40-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. 1st down, Atlanta. To throw again, it's Penix. He's going to take a shot here for Mooney. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Here's a big one. This 3rd down. Again, it's Penix.
Yeah, he's trying to make the best of a bad situation here, Mike. Nothing open downfield. He thinks he can tuck it and get it with his legs. He ends up out of bounds, short of the 1st.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Here we go. One final play. Gonna look deep, looking for more. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So this one a win for the visiting Saints. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.